Hello everyone, welcome back to Modelverse Studio, and if this is your first time, then welcome to Modelverse Studio. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's always amazing how quickly a month goes by, and here we are once again with another month's haul. So for the month of July, we did pick up a couple of new kits, and there's going to be a couple surprises in here as well. Some of them which I'm really excited for, that I was able to get. However, this month there were no SD kits, so let's go ahead and move on to HG. So let's go ahead and start this video with a Gundam Unicorn kit, and that is the HG Sulu. So this is a kit that I had seen before, and initially when I saw this I passed on it, and recently I came across it again, and this time I did pick it up. So as some of you may know, I really do love Sakus, and this is of course a Saku variant from the Gundam Unicorn universe, and this one looks really cool. I really like the aesthetics of this kit. I haven't seen Gundam Unicorn yet, but either way I do like a lot of their kits. And I know I keep saying this, but this is another kit that I look forward to building. I mean, from the images, it looks like it's got some pretty good articulation on the shoulders, waist, on the head. And there's other variants here as well that I'll eventually get to. So we're off to a good start for this month. Next up is another Unicorn kit. And this one was pretty hard to get. But eventually, after some tracking down, we were able to find one. And that is the Unicorn Gundam 03 Phoenix in Destroyed Mode narrative version. Being able to find 03 Phoenix kits is not that common. They do tend to come from time to time. I haven't seen any of these kits in retail for a while. So the best places to get these kits are from other third-party retailers or secondhand, which is how I got this one. Initially I had seen this kit before, a couple months ago, and the one that I had seen was actually the gold-coated version, and that was for the same price that this one is at now. So that definitely means that prices are going up. Actually, Bandai has been increasing their prices of some of their kits in recent months, and I think they're going to do it every 4 months. So that means that prices overall will be increasing. And honestly, I don't think it's worth it to buy the gold-coated version if you can paint it yourself. There's a lot of good paints out there that will give you the same results, and actually that's what I'm going to do with this kit. And it could actually even look better than the actual gold-coated version, I believe. The 03 Phoenix is really cool. I really like the design, and I really do love how it has 2 shields. Obviously having this gold color coated will make it look even better. On some related news, actually not too long ago, it was announced that in September, I believe, the Gundam base is actually going to have the gold coated version, and it's going to be the dual. It's going to be the silver and the gold. It's going to be the silver and the gold coated version together. But I think that kit's gonna be around 20,000 yen. I don't know if I'll get it. Probably not. It seems like pretty expensive for what it is. It's not all that worth it. Again, just like this kit, I'd rather buy the silver version of this that's not coated and then just paint it, like how I will with this one. Next up, let's look at a much newer kit. And that was the recently released the G-Quarks gun cannon. I really do like the G-Quarks kits, so I really do like the look of the gun cannon. I think I might have mentioned this one before on my unboxing video for the gun cannon, and that is that I wish that the gun cannon would have had 2 cannons instead of 1. I'm excited to get this one built soon. This will be our next review. Not much else to say about this kit that hasn't been said already. But yeah, this will be our next review, as I said. So look forward to that one soon. And next up is the other G-Quarks kit that got released on the same day as the gun cannon. And that is the Xaver's Gion. Another really good design of the Gion. I really love this design. After getting to know more about the Gundam universe, I actually do like the Gion. The original one, not so much. But then I've seen other versions of it from other Gundam series. So I am becoming a Gion fan, and even looking at the original one, it actually looks more attractive now. But of course this one is more modern, it is more menacing looking, and since I did saw G-Quarks, actually it means a little bit more to me. So what I really like about the G-Quarks version of the Gion is how the Gion actually looks more like a white knight. It's got this huge shield, and especially the huge giant spear. Now that I'm looking at it, it kind of reminds me of Nightmare from Soul Calibur in a way because of the giant sword. I wonder how this kit would look if it's painted black. That will look kind of cool, I think. So yeah, this will be a future review as well after the gun cannon. I'm gonna try to go in order with the reviews of the G-Hawks kits. I am falling a little behind on those without some other things that have been happening. We did skip Bokata's Gelgug. I'm gonna build that off camera. I'll probably just do a short on it or something. But the gun cannon and the Gion, for sure, they'll get their full review. The next kit is a kit that I actually thought I already owned, and I had to double check just to make sure I wasn't gonna buy a duplicate. And even if I did, I don't know, I think I would have been okay with it. But that is the Infinite Justice Gundam Type 2. This is another Gundam Seed kit. I really like the Seed Gundam kits. I really like their aesthetics, their look. So I am a fan of the majority of them. So from what I heard is that Gundam Seed is not that good. At least that's what I've heard from people, and that's what I read online. There's a lot of people that don't really like it, but I don't know. If you've seen it, let me know down in the comments what you think of it. If it's worth watching or not. The kits, amazing. I really do love the kits from the Gundam Seed universe. Our next HG kit is a bigger kit, and it is a Premium Bandai kit, and one that I've been wanting to for a while ever since I saw it on display. I just like the scale of it and how good it looks. Sure. And that is none other than the Meteor unit from Gundam Seed. You might be able to see these on some of my older videos where I reviewed some of the stores where I shop at, and I think in Otachu is where you're able to see this kit being displayed. I mean, if I find a picture or a video, I'll show it here so you can see. You're able to see some of it from the images here. Not much, since Premium Bandai boxes usually come in one color. Here on this side you can see it with some of the opening parts. Definitely another cool kit that we've crossed off our list. Our next HG kit is another Premium Bandai item, and this is another big box, and this is from the Gundam 00 universe. And this is the G and Arms type. Another real cool looking kit. I really like how you can either place an HG kit or an RG kit, as long as it's a 144 scale kit. So this is another one of those cool looking kits that once completed, just because of its scale, it's gonna look really, really good. Our next and final HG kit may not seem like much at first, and for some people it may not mean much, but I'll let you know that it is a really old kit, and not only because it is an old kit, but because this kit is actually a very special kit, and it might be my most valuable kit that I have so far, in terms of the HG grade, of course. And without further ado, the kit that I'm talking about, and that I was really stoked on getting, is the actual original 1990 first HG kit of the Granddaddy, the RX-78-2. I like newer kits as much as I like the older kits, especially the first of its kind. So this is the first kit that kickstarted the HG lineup. And this is not a reproduction kit, this is actually an original kit. As you can see by how worn it is. The box is so discolored. The discoloration on the box. There's a little bit of a fading, but nevertheless, definitely happy to have this kit. I have seen this kit. I have seen reviews for this kit before. Not much. I think I've only seen one or two, but I never expected that I would come across one of these. Yep. And I look forward to getting this one built, of course. And what I actually want to do with the RX-78-2 is actually start building it from the smallest kit and build it at every grade. So starting from no grade, SD, HG, RG, MG, perfect grade, and probably anything in between. So here you can see on the side that the first HG kit doesn't even have a number, is just clear. Also, what's interesting about this image and the kit itself is that the proportions are a little bit off from what we are used to. And this one closely resembles more the no grade, those kits from the early 80s that have the thicker torso like we see here on the box art. Also, what's really cool about the side image is that this kit for its time actually did do a lot. It actually comes with a core fighter that you can attach to it. Even the modern HG kits for the RX-78-2 don't have that. Definitely a kit that we will be building on this channel for sure. When that would be, I don't know. Hopefully sooner than later. Like I said, I do want to make a series of it that covers a lot of the RX-78-2 kits. Now that I think I have all of them that I need. Really happy for this one. I would consider this my best pick for the month of July already. Now that we're done with the high grades, let's go ahead and move on to the next tier, and that would be the real grades. And this time we did got a couple of those. So first up, the Crossbone Gundam X1. So this would be our pirate Gundam. So here on the side you can see some more of those images, and it's cool. It comes with the cloak as well. And on this side, it really goes out of its way to saying how detailed this kit is, which actually it is. Also, this is the only Crossbone Gundam kit that I do have. I don't have this in any other grades besides RG. So once I get this built, I don't know, I'll see if it's worth getting the other ones. Currently, I'm on the road to getting every single base RG kit there is. I think I'm short of 6. So I'm getting there eventually. So maybe a couple more months and I'll have all of them. So yeah, this is just one step closer. So the next RG kit is one that I should have had a couple months ago. I ordered it, and instead of getting it, I received a totally different kit, which actually turned out to be even better because the kit that I received was actually worth more than this RG kit. And they just let me keep it because they couldn't replace it for this actual one, and that is none other than the Gundam Banshee. Really cool side images. I was more into the actual unicorn kit than the Banshee. I didn't really like it from the start until I saw it on display, and especially when I saw it colored, customized. And then I saw the Premium Bandai, and then I saw the Perfect Grade kit, and definitely it started to grow on me. Now I think it is one of the best looking kits out there. But what about you guys? Which Gundam Unicorn is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments. Next RG kit is one that took a while to find, and that is because every time that I kept looking for it, it was either too expensive or I could just not find it at all. But eventually it did came, and it was at the right price, and that is none other than the Gundam Asteroid Gold. So another really cool aesthetically looking kit. I really like the combination of the black and gold. Just by looking at this visually, it has that sort of insect look, like a black spider. Very, very cool looking kit. I really like how this one looks. The way I envision this kit looking even better is to give it a platinum finish. And also here I didn't notice that it comes with a really tiny figurine. Now the rest of the real great kits are from Premium Bandai, and they don't count towards our collection for the base kits. Nevertheless, they are different and they're still worth collecting, as a lot of them are really cool anyway. And first off, let's take a look at the Gundam Avalanche Exia. What I really like about the Avalanche Exia here is just how bulky it looks. And unfortunately you can't see much from the box since there's not much to look at. Again, Premium Bandai box, one single color. I'll try to post some images here on how this kit looks if you're not familiar with it, but it really looks cool. This extra kit is going to be a lot of fun to build, and just by looking at how thick the box is, we can already imagine how many parts are in this kit. that it'll take a while, but definitely worth it. And next up is another Gundam 00 kid, and that is the Gundam Astrea Type F. And yes, it is another Premium Bandai kit. So not too long ago when I got these kits, there was a lot of Exia kits on the Premium Bandai website, which is why we got a lot of Gundam 00 kits. And here you can see both versions, the Gundam Astrea Type F2 and the Gundam Astrea Type F. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at our final real grade kit from Premium Bandai. And this is a Gundam Wing kit, and that is the Tallgeese 3. Now, my favorite version of the Tallgeese is the Tallgeese 1, and that is because that version resembles more a Centurion than the other two versions. But the Tallgeese version 2 and the version 3 are still really cool. And what I like about the Tallgeese 3 is the giant rifle, of course, the bulkiness of the model kit, and the shield. Even though this is not its usual circular shield as the other two versions. In terms of Tallgeese, I actually do want to get the Master Grade for the Tallgeese 1. I haven't seen that one yet, but it is on my pre-orders, so who knows, it might come any day. Now with the real grade kits out of the way, let's move on up to the Master Grade kits. And earlier in the video I did mention how I really do like a lot of the Gundam Seed kits. Well, this Master Grade is a Gundam Seed kit, and it is one of my favorites, and that is the Freedom Gundam. I am a really big fan of the Freedom Gundam. I really like how it looks, especially because of the wings. And just check out that box art, that's beautiful. On the sides here you can see some of the gimmicks, mechanics, close-ups, and some other details. On the other side you get a better view. You get this front and back view, some cool poses, and if you look at this image right here, what's really cool is that you can open up the hatch and have the little figure inside. Also, what's really cool to know is that in Shanghai there's a life-size Freedom Gundam there, and one that I do want to go ahead and take a look at someday. I think by now we already have all the other grades for the Freedom Gundam kits as well. That is the SD, HG, Real Grade, Perfect Grade, and now Master Grade. I'm really liking the detail on the box art, and it would be really cool to actually apply this level of detail into the actual kit. So we just talked a little bit about the Freedom Gundam kit, and you really can't talk about the Freedom Gundam kit without talking about the Strike Freedom Gundam. So this was a coincidence. I was not intending to get both of them. The Freedom Gundam kit I got early in the month, and this one I just got a couple days ago. So it was really cool that I was able to get both of them in the same month. Now, I did mention how much I really like the Freedom Gundam kit, but I really do love the Strike Freedom Gundam even more. This is definitely one of my top 5 kits. The box art still looks really good. Not as dramatic as the Freedom Gundam one. The thing that makes me like the Strike Freedom Gundam a little bit more than the Freedom Gundam is actually all the gold accents, especially when the wings are open. So here on the side images you can see more of that inner gold frame, and on the other side you can see the Dragoon with the wings expanded. Still a really beautiful kit, even though it's a little bit on the older side. This Master Grade version of the Freedom Gundam is still a really beautiful one, and I'm sure that with a little more added details, some panel lining, it can really stand out. Of course, this is in no comparison to the MGEX version. That one is almost a perfect grade, but I still love this version anyway, and probably any version of the Strike Freedom Gundam. Another cool thing is that this can also be a really good series with some of the other grades that I already have as well, for the Strike Freedom and for the Freedom Gundam. Amazing dual pickup, that's for sure. Our next and last Master Grade kit that we're going to look at is another super special one, And just like how earlier in the video I showed you guys the first HG kit for the RX-78-2, this is also an RX-78-2 kit, and this one is the first master grade. So this is what you would call now the RX-78-2 version 1. There's a version 1.5, version 2, and then the most current version, which is a version 3.0, which is the one that always gets re-released. But this one here, this is the original 1995 one, and that's when the master grade line was introduced. And of course the RX-78-2 granddaddy is the one that always starts any new lines. Now I do have the version 3.0, and that has a lot of detail. It's really good. But version 1.0 actually has a lot of cool stuff as well. What I like about this version is that you can actually open some of the hatches, like on the head, on the legs. For 1995, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Remember, this was just 3 years short of the first perfect grade. And on this side, we can see the core fighter. Now this is another one that I do want to get built sooner than later. Now if you guys are keen in seeing some of those older kits, do let me know that in the comments, and I'll make sure to get more and review them as well. And we have reached the end. We are down to our last kit. I usually save the last kit for something big or something special, and we already went through those actually. We saw the high grade kit and the master grade kit for the RX-78-2. But this next kit is still special in its own way, and let me show you guys what that is. So this month we were able to get our hands on the limited edition RX-78F00 Gundam, and this one is from 2021, I believe. This is when the Gundam factory in Yokohama was still open. And just like the Mega RX-78-2, this is also in 1/48 scale. Let's go ahead and look at some of the side images of it. So here's a really cool live shot. Some more cool shots on the other side. So one thing that I can tell you for sure is that because of the Expo version of the RX-78F00, this kit has actually become a little bit more popular lately. So this one was harder to get. And honestly, because of the Expo version, it was that I went and seeked this one out. My main goal for this one is to actually convert this one into an Expo version. But that would require me to create the wings. And I don't know how I would do that. I don't think I have the experience for that, but I can only imagine how the Expo version would look at 1/48 scale. And I'll find a way on how to do that. I can't wait for that day to come when I'm actually able to achieve that with this kit. Here we see some of the other versions for this kit. We see the 1/48 bust, the regular 1/44 scale, the cross silhouette one, and the master grade. And here we can see a really cool image that resembles how it currently is being displayed at the Osaka Expo. And with that, we've reached the end of July's Gundam haul. This month adds even more to the ever-growing backlog we've been building, but that just means more exciting builds, reviews, and customizations coming your way in the weeks ahead. Let me know down in the comments if any of your favorites made an appearance, or if there's some that you've been thinking of picking up yourself. Until then, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.